when I got here, I was going to tell the story, and everybody tells a story because everyone's got a story, and yours is no less important than mine.
The sheriffs and the social workers visiting our community that didn't have that authentic and mental health grasp of the community. And Kevin has that. Kevin not only has it, he understands the Latino, the Latinx community.
As Campbell, it is time.
And I am wholeheartedly endorsing Kevin. And I never do this unless I know the person. And I know the person understands not only the Latino community, but the community of color.
During all these years, and through meeting people who have known Kevin, out of every story, every relationship, it's always the same. Kevin is a decent man of law enforcement, a man of integrity, and a well-respected for his experience.
I cannot speak more highly for the Kevin I've gotten to know. Read his biography on his website. He has been engaged locally, statewide, nationally, in public safety organizations. Let's raise Santa Clara County's voice to the volume that it deserves to be raised. This is a great county. These are great people. I stand in front of amazing people who have contributed blood, sweat, and tears to the safety, well-being of our community. The rest of the community needs to know that this is the man for the job. He brings the heart, the integrity, the respect. He will not only give respect, he will also command respect.
When it comes to this election, it's not about the current sheriff. That record is being recorded all on its own. It's about how to bring real change and solutions to the jails and the sheriff's department. There is no other person more qualified. Kevin was the Assistant Chief of the Department of Corrections, the commander of the Elmwood Detention Center, and served as the jail administrative commander during his career at the Sheriff's Office. Kevin brings the knowledge and the needed experience to bring forth the improvements needed in the jail systems and to meet the needs of the 21st century. This includes solutions to the health crisis which exists within the jail system, solutions to the operational handling of the jail and the court processes. Kevin has had the courage for the past 2 decades to internally and publicly call out those issues which were dangerous, unethical, and in desperate need of change.
Really about what's your motivation? What's your motivation for anything you do in life? My motivation comes from my past, and we all have one, and we all have a story. But the motivation of anyone is really one of the keys. They have to have the competency, they have to have the character, but why? Is it to get a job that pays a big salary? Is it to have the prestige or the name recognition? I've never been one who's big into positional authority. I understand you salute the badge. I understand the rank. But I've seen people more influential at a line-level role with integrity than I've seen sometimes at the top roles when they get swayed by power and by position and by longevity. So for me, you should ask yourself a few things. I'm going to narrow this down. You should ask yourself a few things about who you want to elect to any position, but especially for the sheriff's position. You should ask, what are your competencies? You've heard a lot from my friends, so I'm not going to get into too much, but I've done just about everything you can do from a 22-year-old who was given a chance to make a difference and dedicated myself to being top of my academy because I was given a huge gift. And I will never stop giving back. That's what I said when I got the badge, and that's to the day I die. I have to give back. So many people took a chance on me and took a chance on me as a child. And then you have to ask yourself, what about their character? And it is hard for someone to stand up and talk about their own character. And I appreciate the people that spoke before. I appreciate all of you in the room. Many of you have known me for many years, many in a short time, but there's not a perfect person around. There just isn't. But are there people that are dedicated every day to looking in the mirror and saying, I want to strive for better every day? I start my mornings every morning with a time of reflection, a devotional, And I try to think back about how much I've been given and how grateful I am. So we come here on the backs of many people, and we can be better. What's needed now is somebody who understands the issues, who will work collaboratively with somebody who carried the torch for me before, carried the torch for all of us. John Hirakawa was here, who ran last time. John, thank you. John and others. John and I went through the pain of having to serve an organization where our management wasn't always in step with the community or with ethics. It was about power and position. But together, a lot of us may be different. I don't agree with anyone on everything, but we agree with the basic values. There are people in this room that serve at the top levels and the line levels, and we all know there's a need for change. So change is coming. I believe this is our best opportunity. I believe that every one of us in our communities deserve it. And when we get to the jails, which is a part of it, I believe people can change, but I believe not everybody does. So we need to protect our community from those that won't change. We need to protect those inside so they can change. And we can do it if we are thoughtful about it. Don't throw money at a situation without vetting it, and give people an opportunity to have a jail system that is for rehabilitation instead of just incarceration. So there are communities of color that have had hardships for many years. Thank God that we are working together, that now the extremes that we're running the conversation seem to be finding a pendulum swinging back to the middle where we can help each other because we both need help from each other. So if you're available, if you want to help, please let me know how you'd like to help and volunteer. Spread the word. We'll need your votes. Thank you for the mentors in this room, for my friends, for my colleagues, and for so many community supporters that are just getting to know me. You know, there's a couple people here too. Milpitas is well represented. Thank you, Karina. I think Carmen was here. There were people here who are in positions of authority who I watched serve with their whole hearts. Thank you for serving, and I hope you'll allow me to serve. Thank you, everybody, today, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you for listening. I'm Kevin Jensen, and I approve of this message.